everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. For today's video I'm going to be giving you my top tips for studying and organising your supplies. I feel that it's very important to study if you want to do well in life. Before we start this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. Without further ado, let's get started. Hello, it's Editing Amy again, and just like my London tips video, it often tends to look down in this video because I can't remember everything, so if you're wondering why I'm looking down at certain points, that's why. Anyway, on to the tips. My first tip is to make a study timetable. It is very important to make a study timetable when you are studying. If you make a study timetable, you will know exactly what you are studying and when you're doing it. Before the semester started, I made this study timetable which shows all the things I plan to do during the week. So this is when I've got classes, and this is when I also have classes, but on the other days I noted down what I needed to do and when and how long I did it. And I also made this. It's a timetable, so I'm doing a project that's due for January, and I've basically put down all of the time scales so I know what I'm doing for this big project. If you make a study timetable before you start your course, like I did, then you will make sure that you can see what you are studying every day. My second tip is make posters with information. Posters are a great way to present the information you learn in classes. If you're more of a visual learner, you can use these posters to help you when you are revising for your assessments and exams. When I am writing notes for my classes, I make posters just so I know what I'm learning about and writing about, and I try to make posters on every single one in class. So for this poster I made on forms of social control, which are social control, internal control and external control. If you make posters, then you can revise effectively for any assessments and tests that you have. My third tip is to keep notebooks for any assessments. Assessments are a crucial part of any course you do, as they test your knowledge and what you've learned in a specific subject. If you have notebooks for each of your subjects, then when it comes to assessments, you can basically put it all together. I always keep notebooks for all of my subjects when it comes to doing assessments, and it's really cool because I get to write what I want to say and before typing up. As you can see, I did this on sociology, I originally did it on Foucault, and then I did it on Dolbach and Dolbach, which is a famous study. Please note that this only works during open book assessments, because if you do a closed book assessment, you can't use any notes or notebooks. My fourth tip is to study outside, weather dependent of course. I don't know about you, but studying inside when it is nice out can be really boring. I mean, imagine having to stay inside while studying when it's nice outside. If you study outside when it is sunny, then it will make you more motivated to work harder. But if it's rainy, then you will have to study inside, as you don't want your notes getting wet. I don't usually study outside when I'm doing my work, but I do think I studied outside when I was in high school. If you study outside when it is nice, then you can get some work done as well as get some fresh air. Tip number 5 is have a drink with you. It is very important to have a drink with you when you are studying. If you do not have a drink with you when you are studying, you will become dehydrated, and there's a chance that you won't be able to concentrate. Whenever I have classes or I'm studying, I always have this bottle of water with me. It says my name on it, so I don't feel thirsty when I am studying, and I don't have to fill it up during the study periods. If you have a drink, then it will probably help you concentrate on things a little bit more. Tip number 6 is to take some breaks. And it is really important to take breaks when you are studying. If you do not take breaks, then you will cram too much information in and you might feel very stressed. It is also important to take breaks because your brain will feel a little bit relaxed when you're not studying. Whenever I make my daily routines, which I've shown you in the past, I always make sure to take breaks whenever I go about it, so I can make sure I'm not too stressed when I study. Tip number 7 is don't overwork yourself. And this kind of ties in with the last point I made about taking breaks. If you overwork yourself, then you will cram too much information in and you might feel very stressed. Just stick to doing a couple of subjects a day and you will be able to learn all the things that you need to know. When I made my study timetable, which I showed you earlier in this video, I made sure that I put 2 subjects down all the days when I didn't have classes. This way I could still learn all of the things needed without getting too stressed. Tip number 8 is to make use of libraries. Libraries are very important when it comes to studying. It gives you a quiet space to study if you can't study at your home. Another reason why libraries are good to study at is because it has computers and a lot of books to help you when you're learning about a certain topic, i.e. language and thinking. Before going into lockdown, I always studied at my college library and my local library. I love using the libraries as it gives me another place to study that isn't my house. Tip number 9 is to find useful websites and resources. Finding websites and resources are very useful and important when studying. This is because websites can provide you with extra information that can be used in your exams, assessments and projects you're doing in your classes. When I do projects and assignments, I always make sure to find relevant sources before I start working on it, just so I know my sources and what I'm writing about before I start the assignment or project or exam that I'm meant to do. I mean, you have to find your information somewhere, am I right? Tip number 10 is to make your notes colourful. If you're more of a visual learner, or a person who likes to brighten up their work a little bit, then this is a very good tip to help you revise. It can help you revise as you don't have to take boring blank notes. And studies have shown that colour coding makes you a more efficient learner as it can help you remember who said what and why. Whenever I make my notes, I always make sure to make them as colourful as they can be. For example, I did this poster on slave resistance and I put them in like different coloured bubbles just so I know, and this way I can take all my information in and I can remember all the things I need for assignments and projects. And finally, tip number 11, take out folders for subjects on the days you're doing them. This is a good tip for if you're taking more than one subject. If you get the folders out for the subjects you're taking on one of the days of the week, then you will not have to worry about making sure that everything is ready on the day of the classes. When I organise my folders, I always make sure that I put out the things for the classes on one day the night before I have the classes. This way I do not have to worry about getting everything ready on the day of the class. So these are the things for Monday's classes. I've got history, sociology and criminology, and that's why I love taking things out, because I don't have to worry about doing them on the Monday morning when I have to wake up early. I hope you enjoyed this video and you follow these tips when you study. These tips have really helped me when I have studied over the years. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any videos, and I will see you all very soon.